Title: The Echoes Beneath the Mango Tree. Dare had always believed the old mango tree behind their compound was magical. Its thick, twisting roots curled like ancient fingers, its trunk scarred by decades of wind and weather, and its fruits were sweet only after a storm. Mama Alake often sat beneath it, murmuring her prayers or tales to the neighborhood children. To Dare, that tree wasn't just a plant. It was a silent witness. It was also where the mystery began. That morning, it had rained. The air was thick with petrichor. Dare, 15, lean with thoughtful eyes and a head full of questions, darted barefoot around puddles to collect mangoes. One particularly large fruit had rolled under the tree. As he bent to pick it up, his toes hit something hard beneath the mud. He crouched, fingers digging into the earth. Minutes later, he pulled out a rusted metal box, half the size of a shoebox. It was covered in grime, but surprisingly heavy. On its lid were 2 letters: OA. His curiosity ignited. Instead of calling out to Mama Alake, who was inside grinding pepper with her wooden mortar, Dare slipped into his room, locked the door, and set the box on his bed. After nearly 15 minutes of improvising with a screwdriver and the jagged end of a spoon, the brittle lock gave way. Inside, the smell of old paper and rust wafted out. There were black and white photographs, newspaper clippings, yellowed letters, and a single envelope marked, "Do not forget for her sake." The first photo startled him. It was of a younger Mama Alake, her smile softer, her eyes unclouded by time, standing beside a tall, kind-eyed man in a police uniform. Written on the back, Olatunde Ajayi, May 1986. Dare blinked. Everyone in the village believed Mama Alake had never married. She had lived alone for as long as anyone could remember. Some said she was too independent, others too scarred by heartbreak. But no one ever mentioned a husband. His eyes darted to the newspaper clippings. One headline read, "Senior Police Officer Olatunde Ajayi missing after internal investigation, presumed dead." A chill ran down Dare's spine. He was still staring at the article when a familiar knock sounded. 3 taps, a pause, then 2 more. "Kola." "Dare, you dey house?" Dare quickly shoved the contents back into the box and pushed it under his bed. "I'm coming." That night, Dare couldn't sleep. The image of the officer lingered in his mind. The next morning, under the excuse of preparing for a school history project, Dare dragged Kola to the local archive center. "I don't understand why we're here," Kola grumbled. "Just help me check anything from 1986 to 1988. Police corruption, Ibadan, name, Olatunde Ajayi." Kola gave him a puzzled look, but did as told. Hours later, they struck gold. A grainy article detailed how Officer Ajayi had blown the whistle on missing government funds. He had tried to report his superior officers, but disappeared shortly after. No body, no arrests. The report called it a tragic mystery. Dare's mind raced. If Olatunde was Mama Alake's husband, she had kept this secret for nearly 40 years. But why? Later that week, a strange visitor arrived. He was tall, around 65, in an expensive shirt that didn't match his weathered face. He claimed to be from the old neighborhood. "Still lives alone, your mama?" the man asked Dare casually. "She doesn't talk about her past?" Dare's gut twisted. That night, he gathered his courage. As Mama Alake sorted dried locust beans by lantern light, he placed the photo on the table. Who was Olatunde Ajayi? She froze. Silence hung heavy before she whispered, "Your grandfather, my husband." In a voice as fragile as old paper, Mama Alake told her story. She and Olatunde had fallen in love when she was 19. He was a young officer full of ideals, but when he uncovered corruption within his department, he realized he was being watched. For her safety, they married in secret. One night, he handed her the metal box and said, "If anything happens to me, keep this safe. Truth must not die with me." He disappeared 2 days later. Men came to the house, officers. They searched everything except the mango tree. One whispered, "If you ever speak, you'll vanish next." So she buried her love. And the truth. "I lived like a widow without a funeral," she said. "Silence became my survival." Dare knew what he had to do. The next day, he and Kola visited Uncle Soon, a retired journalist known for being fearless during the military regime. After reading the letters and seeing the evidence, Soon's hands trembled. "I remember this case. It scared even us." That evening, Soon posted a blog article, "The Officer Who Died Standing, Nigeria's Forgotten Hero." It exploded online. Shares, comments, outrage. But with attention came danger. 2 nights later, Dare heard a sound outside. He stepped out, torch in hand, only to find Mama Alake already waiting in the dark, gripping her walking stick. A man in a jacket turned and fled. As he vanished, he muttered, "You should have left the past buried." The next day, Dare reported the incident. The police were polite, but slow, skeptical. So Dare and Kola dug deeper. Through connections and persistence, they found a retired officer in Iwo, dying of cancer. The man confessed on camera. "I was there the night they killed him. He was our friend, but they made us swear, blood oaths. We buried him by Agodi Forest Road. I've never slept since." Dare shared the recording with Son, who sent it to national newspapers and the police commission. A national investigation was reopened. Within weeks, 3 retired officers were arrested. Then, the breakthrough. Near Agodi Forest, skeletal remains were found wearing the remnants of a police badge. Officer Olatunde Ajayi was laid to rest. Finally. That night, under stars that shimmered over the compound, Mama Alake sat with Dare. "You've given me more than justice," she whispered. "You gave me my voice back." "No," Dare smiled. "You just passed it to me." Morals of the story. 1. Truth buried in fear will rise through courage. 2. The youth hold keys to generational healing. 3. Friendship, when loyal, becomes a force for justice. 4. Elderly silence often hides thunderous stories. Listen. If the story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's more in the vault, and every sketch tells a deeper story.